We're currently coming at you with some breaking news. According to Chinese local media, Chinese President Xi Jinping and US President Donald Trump held a phone call. This comes after a virtual meet of China's President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin held their ties during a video call held in the run-up to the 4th anniversary of Moscow's war in Ukraine. As of now, we do not have any details of the talk just yet. As the New START nuclear treaty between Russia and the United States nears expiration, the Kremlin has vowed to act responsibly. Russian President Vladimir Putin made the statement during a video call with Chinese President Xi Jinping ahead of the treaty's expiration at midnight GMT. Putin stressed that Moscow would act carefully and remain open to future negotiations, aiming to ensure strategic stability. The treaty's expiry raises a concern of a new arms race, with both the US and Russia free to increase their arsenals. With the treaty lapse, there is no limit on warhead numbers, which experts warn could lead to the expansion of nuclear weapons. However, the cost of nuclear weapons may slow any arms race. The Russian Foreign Ministry is expected to publish a document on the New START arms treaty on Wednesday, shedding more light on Moscow's stance as the treaty expires. We are now being joined again by Dr. Gilbert Doctorow. Thank you so much for joining us here again on NewsX World. Now that Russia says it will publish a new START treaty document, does transparency in releasing details help build trust, or is it a symbolic gesture with a little impact without real arms control mechanisms?
Let me change the phrasing a little bit. This is a PR stunt. It's a public relations exercise. Or if you want to be unkind, you would call it propaganda. Mr. Putin is a very important figure on the world stage. He is also a politician and a statesman. And politicians are known to lie. And it does not accept that Mr. Putin is no exception to that. The Russians, as I've said repeatedly, are not bunny rabbits. So though Mr. Putin wants to look like he's on the side of the angels by regretting publicly that the New START treaty is being allowed to expire, I don't think the Russians are really so worried about it, or they have the reasons not to have liked the New START, namely the way that their bombers are parked in the open in airfields from Murmansk to Irkutsk in order to be attacked by Ukrainian drones, causing extensive damage to their triad, the nuclear triad, insofar as some of these bombers were damaged or destroyed. That was all possible because of the provisions of the New START treaty. More importantly, Mr. Putin has removed the real benefit that the New START document had on us all. The New START document was not so important for setting as top limits on warheads, because both sides had agreed long ago that there were far too many warheads to be justified. How many times over can you destroy civilization? So these numbers were not arbitrary. They were sufficient to ensure mutual destruction. The United States is interested in adding to that, not because it needs more rockets against Russia, that's nonsense, because it needs more missiles against China. China is rising, China is building very quickly its nuclear capability for offensive weapons, and so the United States logically would not want to be constrained by the limits on warheads in the New START. Most importantly, though, Mr. Putin has removed the real reason why the New START treaty had any importance for us all. It was important because it provided for regular, permanent, on-site inspections by the respective technical experts of the United States and Russia. That meant these gentlemen were meeting regularly. They were building confidence in one another and in their knowledge of what the other side was doing. A year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, Mr. Putin stopped all such inspections, saying rightly that they made no sense. They were absolutely foolish to do, given that admitting American inspectors to these highly secret locations of Russian nuclear weapons was counter to the interests of the state, given that the United States and Russia are de facto in a state of war.
Yeah. Sorry,
Therefore,
Dr. Gilbert, Dr. O, we are running out of time, so unfortunately we're going to have to stop that there, but thank you so much for joining us here. Philippine lawmakers have rejected impeachment complaints